Okay, so today I'm going to be doing the SilentMod for the Anycubic i3 Mega, and reason being is it's super loud. So you can just hear the stepper motors whining the whole time it prints. So I got these chips. I'll put a link to them in the description. I think they were $25 for the set. They came with heat sinks, a small screwdriver. Yeah, so this is just kind of a loud situation. So hopefully after this it'll be super quiet when it moves, and then I'll deal with the fans at a later date. Okay, so I got all the screws off here. I go all the way around the base. I took the top off over here, and it's time to get the first peek inside. So right up over here is where I'm going to be doing the modifications. So here we go. Alright, so I've removed the fan bolts and then bent this bracket back slightly, which is apparently what you're supposed to do. And then I'm going to start pulling off these drivers one by one. So that's one off. Okay, so at this point in the video, I didn't have any footage of me replacing these drivers right here. These are the TMC 2208s that I was talking about. You simply pull the red ones out and then put these in, and then you tune the voltage. So you have to turn the power switch on, and then you have to tune the voltage with this little screw here. I did 0.9 volts, but there are other videos on the internet about how to adjust those. So this will show you how to put them in, but you might want to check out some other videos to see how to replace these. Alright, so this is with the updated stepper motor drivers, the TMC 2208s. I installed all 5. I had a bit of a fitment issue when it came to actually installing them on the board, but it's much quieter. Okay, so today I'm going to be replacing the hot end fan on the Anycubic i3 Mega. You're going to remove this front cover. I've already taken this bolt off. There's one here, and then 2 on the bottom at the back. So I will start to remove this here, and you'll see it drop away. And you'll see the 2 different fans that are attached to this front cover. So the parts cooling fan's over there, and then that's the fan I'll be replacing right here. So this fan is held on with Allen bolts and then nuts on the back. And I'm just going to remove those. There are little nylon spacer washers up against the cage. I don't know if you can see them right there and then right over there. But I'll get them out and we'll see what's going on. I'm just going to remove it from its thing right there. And this is the replacement fan that we'll be putting in. Supposedly it's a much better fan. So let me get it positioned and put onto the shroud. Okay, so I got the fan installed on the bracket here. I did not install the isolators because this fan actually has some silicone corners on it. But this is not the correct adapter to go onto the little board here. So I'm going to clip this one and either solder it on or something here and hopefully get everything squared away. Okay, so I got my fan soldered in, got it all taped up. I'm going to be reinstalling the power plug for both. Okay, so everything got tucked away nicely. I'm going to tighten this up, that one there, and then the 2 on the back, and I'll fire it back up. Alright, so I'm actually going to fire this thing up to make sure that the fan spins the correct direction. Ooh, much quieter. Okay, let me get that on there. Okay, so this is real sketchy. I just have it balancing on some pliers, but the fan up here that I just replaced, the Nocturna hot end fan, is running great, super quiet. But this fan right here, which is the main board cooler, that's how loud that one is. Oh, and by the way, if you want to take apart your i3 Mega, take the base off without removing the gantry, you can just remove the 2 feet at the bottom and then slide the entire panel up, so that way you don't have to re-level your bed quite as much or get anything out of whack. Okay, so the original fan that was in this 3D printer, this one here, is extraordinarily loud. It's a 0.2 amp fan. I'm going to fire it up here in a second. You'll hear how loud it is. I sourced this fan from an old power supply that I had for a desktop computer, as you can see there-ish. It only runs 0.13 amps, but it puts out obviously more air. I did modify the fan bracket, and I have it pointed. I've yet to tighten it up, but I have it pointed to where it'll just kind of blow air across the entire board. Okay, so I'm going to fire it up. The power supply fan isn't overly quiet, but it's fine for now. I'm going to come up to the screen. I wouldn't recommend doing this, for the record, but that fan is incredibly loud. So I'm going to pull it. So I've now unplugged that. I'm going to plug this fan in. So you can barely hear it. It's pumping out a lot of air. There's air moving in here that I can feel. So we're going to give that a try, and hopefully our loud Anycubic i3 Mega is a thing of the past. Pretty much the only fan noise that you hear is the power supply fan, so win-win. It's now a super quiet printer.